Network. Hey. I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports. What up, though?
What up? What's going on? It is your boy, Wildcard Marn, in the building. That guy to my left, Detroit Mel. And of course, holding it down in the Garden State, we got that guy, Big Nick.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Nick? How you doing, bro?
I'm all right, man. Just to show my dedication to this, I had to come outside because I wouldn't be paying attention to what you guys said if I was watching the Yankees-Astros game right now.
No.
How dedicated I am.
We'll definitely get into the Yankees in just a minute. But let's get all the preliminaries here. We got a jam-packed show. Going over to the website, www.iof119.com. That's where you get all the information of anything I.O.W. Network related. As this show, I Off the One show,
Right.
Philip Riddick's R-Bop that he cooks, and of course, L. Jeffrey Moore with his LJ Presents show. We got plenty of shows coming down the pipe, but for anybody who has not downloaded the app, going over to your store, if you are an Apple or iOS user, go to the Apple Store, download the I.O.W. Network Radio Network app. If you are an Android Google Play user, going over I.O.
Cricket letter.
Network, no space. I.O.W. Network.
What up, Peaches?
Is in there. Hey, Peaches, how you doing? But look, all right, let's get down to business since we got a jam-packed show. The draft is ended. It's done. Mm-hmm. It's over. So one of the stories that kind of was taking headlines was Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
This situation is getting crazy. It's pretty much like a off-season drama soap opera unfolding in front of our eyes. So I'm gonna throw it to you real quick, Mel. How do you feel about this situation? And if it is a big if Aaron Rodgers is moved, what is the best location for him to end up?
Well, first I want to say kudos to Green Bay for supplying us this drama. And second of all, my thing about it never should have got to this point. Mm-hmm. Anytime you have a player of his stature, no matter whether or not you're a Green Bay fan or not, you got to give it up to Aaron Rodgers' skill. Mm-hmm. And you have a player like that can change the game. Mm-hmm. Look at his career. Yeah. Can you name some of the receivers he played with?
I mean, besides Devontae Adams, he's really,
you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about I'm talking about the casual fan.
Yeah.
No, people like us that always watch it. Yeah. But for a casual fan, can't really name a receiver. You probably, as far as Aaron Rodgers, outside of Aaron Rodgers,
receivers, because receivers,
right.
He makes the receivers because receivers do well there. And then what was it? James Jones went to Oakland and couldn't even get a first down.
Jordy Nelson.
Was it? Do I have the name right?
Yeah, you right.
The name right?
James Jones.
Yeah,
that's right. James Jones
got this contract and was shit. It's Rodgers who makes everybody.
I mean, look at Jordy Nelson when he played with Aaron. He was the main guy.
Yeah,
you was like, that's all you heard. Did he? He might have. I think he did.
I think
right.
Yeah.
I don't think, is he still playing?
No.
See what I'm saying?
No.
So you see Aaron Rodgers making these players.
Yeah.
So he went to the NFC Championship twice in a row.
Yep, last year.
So he's your team.
Yeah.
You do what you can to make him happy. So my thing is, this is Green Bay, the organization's fault. Mm-hmm. It never should have got to that. Now, speaking to where he's a good place for him, well, before the draft, I would have said San Fran.
Yeah.
But Denver seems to be a good place for him. Good defense.
Yeah.
They don't have a quarterback.
And they actually
they have some pinned on paper.
Yeah, but they actually got
some deeper weapons.
Yeah.
So I think Denver's a good fit for him.
Yeah.
But since I am a homer, we'll take you in Detroit too.
Big Nick, same question. How you feel about this situation, man? And if he was to move, what's the best landing spot?
He ain't fucking moving. He does the same shit. For as great as he is, and I will say this: I am for not being a player. He's my favorite player I've ever watched. Like I don't miss a game when he's on. You know, being in New Jersey, we don't get all his games, but Green Bay gets a lot of national games. Right. I make it a point to sit down and watch. I'd watch him over the Jets the last couple of years if they were on at the same time and I had a choice.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of his. I think he's the most skilled player to ever play the position. He doesn't have all the accomplishments like Brady, but if you're building a quarterback, you're building Aaron Rodgers.
You know,
he's not the fastest guy in the league, but he's mobile enough to get the first downs. He runs out of even still 37. He runs. That being said, how great he is between the lines. This guy is a fucking bitch off the field. There's no other way to fucking say it.
Say it with your chest.
He is a drama queen. Like, he don't talk to his family anymore. Exes don't even want to bring up his fucking name. Like, he is a fucking bitch with his personality. I'm sure he's a great teammate, but all this fucking drama, bro, you're fucking the greatest quarterback on the planet, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
Shut the fuck up, man. All this.
Hey, I got you.
And then Schefter released that story right before the draft without any sources either. You're a fucking bitch too, Schefter. Like, why the fuck are you trying to take over the draft with your story? Let these fucking kids have their day and put your.
Well, that's the day we living in, though, Nick. Bullshit. You know, that's the day we living in. Everybody trying to get the headline. Everybody trying to get the sensationalism going and stuff like that. That's the day we living in. So I expect it
down during the draft, man. Let those.
I expect that from Adam Schefter, but right. I agree with you. But I expect that from him. And I speak to Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He needs to stop crying.
No, you're right. All right. So
but,
I mean,
but go ahead.
No, what I'm saying. So here's my thing. You have a generational talent at quarterback.
Right.
He's a diva. We get that. You know what I'm saying? We know he's a diva. But you know, there's been divas in any field that's at the best of the best.
I got my job.
You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm not saying that that they should always appease to him, but I mean, can you give him some kind of wants that he wants? Because he's losing the quarterbacks 2 years in a row. And in the NFC Championship, Jimmy G, who's surrounded by a great team,
right?
He lost to Tom Brady this past one, and he's looking at the franchise as literally making everything for Tom Brady cupcake-ish, protecting him, giving everything he basically needs to succeed.
Well, let me ask. I'm going to ask Nick this question.
Yeah,
since based on his comments, what do you think Aaron Rodgers should do or should have done in this situation when he's seeing, like Lamar said, them not losing two quarterbacks that was getting people on their team, and they in Green Bay drafting the quarterback and not giving them weapons? How should he have handled it?
How the fuck did he win MVP if he has no weapons? Like he's bitching about it, but bro, just won the MVP. You're putting up incredible season after incredible season.
Right.
The reason that the 49ers got great is because they sucked for a decade and they had first-round pick in the top 10 year after year, and they built an incredible defensive line. Your team's picking 25th or worse every year because they're good. You're getting those elite offensive or those. And this year's draft, how you bitching about a cornerback? Your defense couldn't fucking stop Tom Brady. You gotta stop.
That's a true point.
You have to stock up to beat the top team. And right now, with Evans, Godwin, Brown, you need cornerbacks to cover the Buccaneers. That's the key to win right now. Get your defense up to cover these guys.
With Julian Edelman and slot
in-house. And I feel that Green Bay not having a real owner, it's kind of like fucks this team a bit because there's no one to go to. So he's got to go to the court of public opinion. Because he's dramatic with it. Keep this shit in house. Figure it out. You got a team president. Go to him. Say, listen, I don't like what's going on here. I'm not happy. I want to stay here. I don't like the GM. I don't like some of the moves he's made. If you want to keep me happy, this is the way we should go. You do that behind closed doors. You don't do that through Schefter 10 minutes before the draft starts, and then the whole draft weekend. It's bad optics. Like, if you want out, go say I want out. Don't need all this with it.
No, you bring up valid points in having the Packers getting defensive backs because you got to stop, obviously, the weaponry that the Buccaneers had. That's a valid point. But here's my thing. I think Aaron Rodgers isn't going nowhere. I'm with you 100% on that. The GM's going to be gone before him. And I just feel that. Obviously, that's where the disconnect is with the not the Broncos, the Packers situation. Right. And honestly, I do if it's because it's a huge if, because to me it's damn near impossible to move Aaron Rodgers at this point. I mean, he's going to cost too much. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to require a lot in return to get him. So I don't see him moving at all. But if he were, unfortunately, I think the Broncos probably make the best destination. But he's not going nowhere. I'm with you 100%, Nick. He's not going nowhere. They need to figure out how it's going to fix the situation. But there's no way that GM is going to last longer than Aaron Rodgers in this situation.
Excuse me, Nick, but me being the nigga that I am, I think he's going to go somewhere.
You think he's going?
That's like going against the grain.
Oh, you just like going against the grain? Oh, but he ain't going nowhere, bro. Another story that had hit over the draft that a lot of people haven't really, I don't know, paid attention to, but there might be a possible return of Mr. Tebow.
Man, I'm so sick of that.
Mr. Tebow.
I'm with you.
Tebow's like,
oh, Mr. Tebow. Do the kneeling. There's a drama turn. Look, so Tebow was reported that him and Coach Urban Meyer, of course, they had their tenure together at Florida, won 2 national championships, and they are living in the same neighborhood, pretty much neighbors. And he reportedly asked for a tryout. They granted him one, and talks of possible signing did happen. Nothing's been confirmed yet. But how did that tight end, not a quarterback? So how does everybody feel about that? If Tebow was to return, let's start with you, Nick.
I don't care. God bless him. He's a great. He might be the greatest person walking on earth. But they told this 8 years ago. Convert to fullback or tight end, extend your NFL career.
He didn't want to do it.
He went and played baseball for the Mets. I don't know how you can't make it to the pros for the Mets. Jacob deGrom, I could go hit for him and probably get more runs. But the guy's the Mets. And now he's like, all right. Now he's like limping back, like Linus from Charlie Brown with his little blanket. All right, I'll try a new position.
Right.
Oh, who cares? He ain't going to impact the game.
No, he's not.
He's that polarizing name, why are we talking about it? Because his name just garners conversation. Right. But it's hit or miss for me. I don't care.
Big bro, how you feel about that?
I think that Tim Tebow is another one of those players like we was talking earlier. You need to realize when your time is over.
Yeah.
And go ahead and do something different.
Yeah.
I mean, he can still make money broadcasting, especially college football. People want to hear what he got to say about college football.
And he's actually been doing a good job on the SEC network.
He was a great college player.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
One of the best ever. When you look at college numbers, he is one of the greatest college players ever.
So people, what he has to say about college football is valid. And people want to hear that.
Yeah.
Go to broadcasting, make your money that way.
Kidding me? Sorry, get on by a bird outside.
Oh wow! we should have got that on.
Hey! That was a Tebow bird. He heard you talking about Tebow.
That was God.
Don't talk about my.
He was down there kneeling while you was talking.
That was God sending me a message saying, "Don't you talk about my son like that."
Plop.
Yeah, plop. Oh, you gonna talk about my son? My favorite son? Bloop.
Tebow this.
You shit on him, I shit on you.
Look, y'all, I'm with you guys. Right. I'm with you guys. Tebow had his moment. He had his 15 minutes of fame. It's okay to move on. Like just I'm surprised this story even came out. But just because it was Tebow and the aura that came with him 8 years ago, it resurfaced again. And look, I get it. He's the holier than thou guy, the athlete that had no trouble, no issues.
Man, I don't believe that. Tebow probably sex trafficker.
Don't say that. Hey, nah, let me get away from you before you get some kind of retribution like Nick did.
Bird crap on me, it's gonna be something.
We're going there. This is the comment I had earlier. Like, bro, go enjoy your life. Go fuck a Kardashian or something. Go,
right, there you go. You want some headlines?
Shock the fucking world, man. Shock the world. Go hook up with a Kardashian. Hook up with Kim, them, bro. Who gives a shit? Hey, have a crazy life now.
Hey, it's funny you say that. If there's anybody that can break the Kardashian curse, it might be him. Right. Like he might turn all of them into nuns.
Look at what they did to Bruce Jenner, a top athlete. Can you imagine what they do to Tebow? Oh my God, Tebow would be running like satanic worshiping events.
I mean, literally, you can literally drop off a list of all the athletes that have literally careers has gone and shit messing with a Kardashian or a Jenner. Right. Like he might be the one to turn that list around.
Kim Kardashian has so many nuts in her mouth. Her mouth could be a daycare.
Wow. Let's move on because this is about to go somewhere else that it's not supposed to. All right, so crazy story. Jawan James, offensive tackle for the Denver Broncos, suffered a season-ending injury while he was working out, but it was outside of the team facility. So he is not guaranteed none of his contract for this upcoming year. Here's my thing, and then I'm opening the floor to you guys. Right. I get the contracts and how it states that you should only, specifically work out, do certain physical things in the team facility to secure your bag, secure your money. I get that. I don't want to shit on the NFL for this because this is part of a collective bargaining agreement. So I blame NFLPA and who's ever DeMaurice Smith for not paying attention to certain things like this, because yes, he was working out, and you can say he was working out for him to get in shape for the team, but just because he's not in a team facility and he got hurt, now he's out of money. Right. So I'm blaming NFLPA for this because you keep agreeing to these small little details in people's contracts and negotiations. You can negotiate this mess, like period. Now this guy, who knows how the hell he's going to be able to make funds? Right. Because I look, I'm not a counter of another man's pocket, so I don't know what his financial situation is. But for him to possibly miss out on millions of dollars, even though he's technically working out to get himself in shape for his NFL team, but just because of these minor details that it was outside a team facility, he's shit out of luck right now. Right. How y'all feel?
That's the risk you take. Like, the deal. And this is, I see both sides of it. I see your side, but I'm going to come at it from a different approach.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're an NFL organization. You're protecting your investments. You're giving $10 to a player. It's clear in the contract. Now, we can't say he wouldn't have gotten hurt if he was doing something with the team. But when you protect your assets, it's all about liability. You want to go on your own, that's the risk that you take. If you're under the team watch, he might be doing a workout they don't want him doing. So they don't have to say in what he's doing, and that's the risk that you take doing this workout on your own.
That's kind of on a guy like I was saying, because when you working out at the facility, you don't only just have a trainer, you have the team doctors there. Yeah, you have a whole staff,
a whole medical staff.
You know what I'm saying, that can look after you. Yeah. So if you do tweak something, they can get on the right then and there. Yeah. Or they can see something. Hey, you might want to not do that, because I go back to when I used to work out a lot. And sometimes you're doing like squats. If you do it the wrong way, you may mess your knees up, mess your back up, that kind of thing. Tweak your ankle. Yeah. Any little thing can happen.
Oh yeah.
So with a trainer there, with doctors there, you have the chances are slimmer than when you're working out by yourself. Okay. Working out by yourself, you take risks. Yeah. It just happens. You got your headphones on, you relax in a whole different atmosphere. You're gonna take risks. That's just goes without saying. Now, speaking to your point, I do understand what you're saying too.
Yeah.
That the NFLPA should be looking out for players when it comes to things like this, where they don't lose money. You know, I still say I understand the NFL can put that in the contract because I understand it from a business standpoint.
Yeah, because it's business.
However, it should be some other stipulation where if it happens, they don't lose money.
Yeah,
but they get some kind of compensation.
I hear you. But and trust me, I hear both of you guys' point on that opposite.
Right.
But I look, when it comes to contract disputes and whether the players are getting fair compensation, and to me, one of my biggest things that I still can't believe that the NFLPA is not pushing for fully guaranteed contracts, which is still beyond me.
I think it just shows to you who really has the power.
Well, yes, that part, but you keep agreeing to this mess in the CBA agreements. So you can't get mad at the NFL or any NFL team organization for capitalizing on something that both parties agree to.
If I can get away with paying you $10 to play,
they're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
And they have all the right to do it.
So
that's why I'm saying this is on the NFLPA, and most of all, the little representatives of the players to start getting the knowledge on the ins and outs of everything NFL related.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they're still the guys that are still sacrificing their time, their energy, their bodies, most importantly, and you still getting the shit into the stick.
That's true.
But you agreeing to it. That's why I'm saying that's their fault. That's the CBA's fault, the NFLPA's fault for agreeing to that CBA.
Right.
That's their fault.
I agree.
So, I mean, I feel for the brother. I do. I mean, because obviously the injury occurred when he was working out.
Get a Walmart greeter.
Could be a Walmart greeter.
Why he injured? Gotta make this mortgage. Welcome to Walmart.
He could be security.
You know what I'm saying? I'll make this mortgage, bro.
Hey, he could be security for sure.
He's got a torn Achilles.
Well, he could run him down in the hoverboard or something. I don't know. Stop where you're going. I mean, I don't look. I feel for the brother, but when you join the NFL and you sign that contract and you put your name on it, you better know every in and out on that contract. And that falls on him, that falls on his agent, and that damn sure falls on the Morris Smith for not helping these guys get educated on those intricate things.
Right.
So I mean,
because if you know, if you tell me, hey, if you sleep in that bed for the next 6 months, there's a chance you could lose $10 million. I'm gonna be on the couch every damn night because I'm not gonna put myself at risk to lose that amount of money.
Not at all.
But I think it's this story. Also, this is one of the things that popped up in my head. This is the rarity, right? There's what? How many? Couple thousand guys in the league. This happens to one guy. Like, we don't got to reinvent the wheel because the rarity happened. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, all right, you bite the fucking bullet. This is what happens. You rehab, you come back, and then you make the rest of your contract.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you.
However, I will add this. Combining this with our first story, $10 million open cap room could help an Aaron Rodgers trade.
Ooh. I didn't even look at it that way. I mean, because it's going to be hell and high water to move Aaron Rodgers, and $10 million of freed up space can say something,
right?
Because at this point, the Broncos could, if they want to, could possibly just release this guy and have no cap hit whatsoever.
Well, I
keep that $10 million.
I'm not sure of that because
I'm not sure neither. But I'm saying,
the cap money, even though they don't have to pay it, I'm not sure if it counts against the cap or not. I'd have to check into that.
Yeah, me too.
But like when Mosley opted out last year, that he got the $7 million bonus, but then the $10 million salary didn't hit, so it didn't count against the Jets. That freed it up. I don't know with this cap wise what it does. I don't know if it actually frees it up. I was kind of making a joke, but thinking about it, they may still have that hit. They just don't have to pay it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll call Adam Schefter and see what he thinks. All right, so let's move on to some NBA talk. Quick little NBA hit. I had a very interesting topic that I spoke on Tuesdays. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition, and I wanted to get both of you guys' opinion on this. I pretty much said that it's fine and dandy. Russell Westbrook is getting all these triple doubles. He's going to break Oscar Robertson's most triple doubles in career. Whoop-de-doo. I feel that no matter what of these triple doubles, it only benefits Russell Westbrook.
Right.
It has never benefited a team that he was on in these last 5 years that he's gone on this run of triple doubles. And I stand by it.
100% right. Where's the wins? Where's the rings?
Right.
You're like a compiler. Like,
yeah.
Where's the wins? You're not winning 55, 60 games with it. You're hopping around 500 or worse every year. So what the fuck is it getting you? And he's a great player. He's a great talent. But where's the wins?
Hey, I could take it even further. So I did my research and I wrote all my stats down. So I'm gonna break it into two different things. So this is what the Washington Wizards have done in the last 3 years. So the last time they were over 500 was in 2017, 2018. They went 43-39. And I'm prefaces because I'm saying that he wasn't on this team, but he is now. So the Wizards 2017, 2018 finished 8th in the league. They did make a playoff appearance. Got eliminated in the first round, but 43 wins, 39 losses. Next year, 2018, 2019, finished 11th, 32-50. 2019, 2020, they finished 9th, 25-47. Look at the Wizards now with Russell Westbrook and all these triple doubles. They're still 10th. So where has these triple doubles he's done this year elevated the Washington Wizards? I'm gonna break it down even further. So when Russell Westbrook started going off on these triple double, first year without KD, 2016, 2017 with Oklahoma City Thunder, had 47 wins, first round exit. 2017, 2018, they had 48 wins, first round exit. 2018, 2019, 49 wins, first round exit. Where in the hell is Russell Westbrook elevating a team with these triple doubles? Again, it benefits him, doesn't elevate a team, and is not propelling a team to any championship aspirations, period.
Right. I agree. And I think Russell Westbrook, until he realized that his style of play is not going to win championships, it's always going to be Russell Westbrook triple double. This Russell Westbrook stacked here, stacked there, but not materialize. Like James Harden. What was the big thing about James Harden? He's going all these points, and breaking all these records
with no defense.
With no defense and no championships. Then he decided to go over to Brooklyn.
Add the word yet.
Right.
He's definitely set up in a great position this year.
Right. He went over to Brooklyn, and then when he was playing, his style of play changed.
Yeah, because it had to.
Yeah, so until Russell Westbrook can get to that point, he's not going to win anything.
Yeah.
He's just going to be someone that could collect accolades
and stats.
And that's it. I mean, that's what he wants to be.
So be it.
So be it.
But I just get irritated when people say, pay respects, pay homage to what this man is doing. Like they're glorifying it. But let's be honest. What do you get when you get an individual who's shining in a team sport?
Give me a 50-win season. Put up 150-win season with you as the man. He can't do it. He hasn't done it. He's
right.
There's triple doubles that help a team. Jason Kidd Kidd threw up a triple double. You knew that team was winning, and they were winning big because he was. That's just how he was. When Westbrook has one, you feel like it's like, and maybe we're watered down by it because we've seen it so much. But there's no wins coming. There's no outstanding playoff performance. There's no historical playoff moment that you think of when you think of Westbrook. Like it's almost like it's. I don't want to say like it's not an accomplishment, but the accomplishment isn't achieving what it should.
Right.
Well, to me, it's not achieving the ultimate goal in a team sport. It adds. I'll put it this way. So for guys, I'm gonna put it this way. It's like eating a bag of chips. It's empty calories. So you can eat a whole bag of chips, but I bet you at the end of that bottom of the bag of the chips and you throw it out, you're still hungry because there's no substance to it. You still need to go out, eat a full hearty dinner or a full hearty lunch or breakfast, and still eat something of substance to get your body the nutrients it needs to be better.
I just think too that we have become a stat hungry society. We make a stat up for anything.
Yeah.
He is the first person to score 2 baskets in the first 10 minutes. It'd be stupid stuff like that. If you listen to like these sports shows, and then they come out with these silly stats, and we
Westbrook's the man. Look at that.
Man.
Look at that.
And I'm not taking nothing away from his talent, but my point is that stats mean nothing if you don't achieve the ultimate goal for playing the sport, which is a trophy.
Man, he should go play golf and be an individual stat chaser.
Right. The fucking outfit that clown would wear golfing. You fucking did it.
Hey, it'd be both entertaining and hilarious.
Thinking about it.
I don't even want to imagine the wardrobe he would wear.
Him and Cam, boy, I tell you.
Oh, him and Cam?
Him and Cam playing golf, boy.
Hey, they're going to come up with some color schemes you thought would never happen, bro.
They should go play golf because it's an individual sport. You can't fucking blame anybody else when you fail.
Like it just baffles me because I see it all the time over all the many social networks. I even see it on ESPN and Fox, and they're glorifying what he's doing, and I'm just like, it's going to end up and mount to nothing,
right?
Because let's be honest, when's the last time anybody talked about the Washington Wizards this year that didn't have nothing to do with Russell Westbrook? I'll wait.
I haven't.
Bradley Beal before the All-Star game. I think was he a snub? I think that was the only time I heard the Wizard with Bradley Beal around All-Star time.
And a possible trade.
But that's one topic.
I can't name another player besides Westbrook and Beal. I couldn't name another player on the team. I'm being completely honest.
Right. Is Moses Malone still playing?
Moses. I don't look, but I'm with you guys. Besides Bradley Beal, besides Russell Westbrook, you're still talking about an irrelevant team, a team that's still at the bottom of the East, and the only reason why they're still hanging on is because this funky ass little playing tournament. Yeah, let's be honest.
Right.
I mean, meanwhile, Knicks fans are bragging about beating them twice in the last 3 weeks.
and it just
Wizards twice. Congratulations. They scored 12 points in the first quarter last night, losers.
Ooh. So let's switch up the topic real quick because you just kind of popped that in my head. Are the New York Knicks destined to let their fans down? I feel like they're hyping them up because they're having a great season, which hasn't been in a minute. And I got a feeling that when playoffs start, that they'll be happy if, Knicks fans will probably be happy if they get out the first round.
They're happy if they see the logo playoff on the screen with their team. I'm not, as much as I despise their fan base and the team, let's be real. It's like the Knicks are like the Jets. They've been bad for a while, right? They've been bad. There's hype. You hope. Every draft pick's going to be the new savior. Never pans out. But if the Knicks get a playoff game this year, none of the fans expected that, right? None of us did. Even with the 10 teams, I made a bet with a buddy for $100 that they wouldn't make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, you might be losing that $100, bro.
Yeah, I'll stop talking to him. No big deal.
Forget about it.
But you look at last night, you played Denver. You weren't in the same category. You lost to the Suns. You're playing top teams. You lost to the Nets 3 times. I mean, you're an average team taking advantage of a shitty conference. There's 3 teams in the East. There's the Sixers, there's the Nets, and there's the Bucks. That's it. And then everyone else is just the teams that are going to get knocked out by them until the 2 of them play in the finals. That's
right. I think we're looking at the Knicks from the wrong perspective.
So do what?
We're looking at the Knicks from a wrong perspective. I mean, kind of what to Nick's point. Yes, the fans, Knicks fans have low expectations because they suck for so long. So they make the playoffs. For them, that is a good season.
Yeah.
But I look at it from this perspective, you can see growth. So whether or not they're the top team in the East now, if they continue on this upward trajectory, they can be a great team. And that's how.
No, they can't.
That's how I look at it.
He said, "No, they can't.
They can't." And here's why: they'll never get the big free agent star. They all went to.
Well, see, I'm saying, but here's my point, though, Nick.
Go ahead.
Here's my point, and I understand. I was gonna get to that point too, but I think if they continue with this and look good, other teams may decide to go over there and play.
I hear what you're saying, and I want to agree with you, but there's an owner in James Dolan that will refuse people from going to the Knicks. They had Kyrie Irving and literally KD pretty much saying we want to go to the Knicks, and then Dolan just couldn't shut his fucking mouth. Who wants to play with an owner who's going to consistently put his foot in his mouth and pretty much sucks attention up? I mean, especially when you're talking about
blame the owner. Everyone loves to blame the owner. I'll be honest. I think it's the media. You go to the Knicks, you're under the magnifying glass. Everything is blown up bigger in proportion. It's the Yankees, the Giants, the Knicks, the top teams in their sport in the market for a long time.
Right.
It's either everything's fantastic or it's the end of the world. Now when you're KD and Irving, you look at each other like, why do we want to deal with that criticism? We can go in the same city, one borough over, and we'll be worshipped and we'll be gods. And the media won't put you down because they're so happy to have you.
Ooh,
so
that's a fair assessment.
Part in not wanting to come to the Knicks.
Okay.
You know what, Nick? You just opened my eyes because that's a fair assessment. Because look at I'm saying you opened my eyes when you say when it comes with the media. Because look at the personalities of KD and Kyrie. They're soft. Exactly. Okay, there it is.
They don't want to be critiqued. They want everyone to tell them how great they are. They create burner accounts so they can defend themselves. And I'm not being an asshole with saying this, but it
happened. It happened.
You gotta be an asshole to play for the Knicks. Like Randall is a dick. That's why Randall works with the Knicks, because he's a dick.
And he doesn't care about what the media says. He just plays ball.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have that old school, get off my shoulder, leave me the fuck alone attitude to go play in the Garden. You have to have
I hear you.
You can't be worrying about what people say about you on Instagram. That won't work there. And this generation, that's why I think you're not seeing stars going there, because they don't want to deal with the criticism of the largest market in the country.
That's a fair assessment, because I mean, we already reported on the show when KD's getting in a Twitter beef with Rappaport. You know what I'm saying? Something that has absolutely not a damn thing to do with basketball, and you throwing hissy fits, silly stuff. So, man, that's what I said. You open my eyes right there, big Nick.
Give KD credit. He slaughtered that fucking bitch. He slaughtered
Rappaport gets slaughtered all the time.
Rappaport blocked me on Instagram because I went at him so hard several times. Like, me and him had legitimate arguments like 3-4 years ago. And then all of a sudden one day, user not found. I was like, yo, that's fantastic. Give myself a little Derek Jeter.
Man, you got a habit of getting blocked on Twitter, bro.
Hey, man, people don't like the truth.
Hey, you can say that shit again. And that goes to the I guess, me reevaluating the topic of of KD and Kyrie not going there. I mean, they're not emotionally strong enough, as much as they claim they are, to handle such a marketing criticism like that. They just can't. So I mean, look, it's a good story with the Knicks. I just feel that at the end of the day, it's out there. When they go up against quality teams, one, they just don't have the ammunition to combat it. I mean, yes, Julius Randle was having an MVP caliber season. Derrick Rose has managed to resurge his career to another level.
He looks fantastic too.
Oh, Derrick Rose looks damn good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I was always a fan. I think we spoke about that. I've always been a fan of Derrick Rose. Like I liked him in
Mhm.
college. I liked him when he went to the Bulls, and it's awful what happened to him.
Right.
See him being I don't want to say a top player, but seeing him back at the top of his game, where a lot of us thought he'd never get to again. Good for him. Good for him. No, I just hate where he's doing it, but good for him.
Guess he could have produced that in Detroit. Just saying.
First of all, Detroit needs a lot of help with the Pistons. All right, but let's move on. You know,
you acting like that bird.
So I think it was it Monday's show or last week when we kind of said that the Bronx Bombers are back.
Yeah, it was Monday show.
Yeah. So Giancarlo Stanton, boy, that boy looks like a fire flame right now.
Jersey right now. His jersey.
Oh, that's his jersey, Superman SO's on his chest.
Woo, it's his world, man. He's just letting us live in it right now. He's been incredible. He had another home run today. Out of 12-game hitting streak. He had 3 straight games, I think, with 3 hits.
Yeah.
He's hitting .530 in his last 12 games. A guy who's just known as a power hitter, which he's reminding people, when I'm healthy, I'm still that guy. And I'm probably the best hitter in baseball when I'm healthy. Now, with that being said, he don't stay healthy enough, long enough to keep that going. But he's carrying the team. And they're clutch hits, too.
Yeah.
They're clutch hits that he's getting. And he's helping the team win games. You know, when I came out, it was 3-1. I don't know what the score was, but Cole was on the mound 6th inning, and they were up 3-1. I don't know how it finished.
Oh, if Cole's on the mound, that game should be done then.
Should be. But they're winning games. And Judge, as much as New York loves him, struck out 5 times yesterday while Stanton carried the team. He struck out 7 straight at bats before grounding out today. So, Judge,
hey, Nick, real quick.
Shoot.
Put your GM hat on.
All right.
Who you keeping, Stanton or Judge?
I don't think anyone takes Stanton's contract, so Judge is more dealable. If you Stanton, you're eating that money, and then you got to pay Judge. So, actually, you know, Severino's going to get paid. Glaber's probably going to get paid. DJ LeMahieu just got paid. You got Loizaga coming up. So, and Judge is older, man. Judge didn't start till he was like 25, I think. He started A-Rod. I went to A-Rod's last game, and then that night Judge was there and got activated for A-Rod's spot the next day and hit a home run, I think, in his first game. But he didn't get up to the pros till 25, so he's got to be almost 30, if not yet. You're not giving him a 6-7 year deal, right? His body hasn't held up. If I had to move one, I would move Judge.
Okay.
So let me ask you: do you think the hitting that Stanton is doing now, can he sustain that through the rest of the season?
Go look at some of the years he had in Miami, where no one even knows what happened. You know, when he stays healthy, he can carry a ball club. And this team is Marlins was. You know, he had 55 home run seasons. He had massive numbers. And if he's healthy, he puts up those huge numbers. He could play half a year, hit 30 home runs. I think he hit 28 2 years ago, and he missed like 65, 70 games. So when he's on, he is lethal. So, as long as he's healthy, I don't see him having a bad year. I mean, what, so 30 and 100 is a bad year for him?
Yeah. So the ultimate question, are the Yankees back?
Yeah. And I said it too. I've said it for years. As soon as the weather starts to warm up, you see this team start to hit. You know, like a lot of them are not from America. A lot of them are Latin players. So that warm weather, you put them in Florida for the month of February and March, and then they come up to the Bronx.
In the cold.
Probably why they can't win in October either, because it gets cold.
So they need to make a huge gap right now.
They need to use the Tampa field for the spring training at Steinbrenner Field for the playoffs. That's the key.
In other baseball news, Baltimore Orioles pitcher John Means pitched a no-hitter last night against the Seattle Mariners. joining San Diego Padres Joe Musgrave and Chicago's White Sox Carlos Rendon as the only no-hitters. No-hit.
With an asterisk. Add an asterisk there. Because Bumgarner had a no-hitter.
Yes. No, we talked about that. We talked about that. We did.
I'm counting it. If that's a game that counts in the record book, it's a no-hitter.
I agree.
Hey, no arguments here because we said the same thing. Be like, bro, if he no-hit the guy, he did his job.
Right.
Give him his due.
The parameters you gave him.
It wasn't a rain-shortened game. It was a regulation-length game that you decided is an acceptable game. It's an acceptable no-hitter. That's that.
Yeah. I know. Hey, no arguments over here, Nick. But my question is how we know how impressive it is to do to pitch a no-hitter. What's the most impressive act in all of sports?
A no-hitter's up there.
No-hitter's up there?
I mean, because you look at how technical baseball is.
Mm-hmm.
Even to make contact with a ball, it takes a lot of skill, hand-eye coordination, all that stuff just to make contact, let alone hit it, into the field of play.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a no-hitter is up there. Triple-double to me is not all that to me.
Not anymore.
I mean, just even with Russ Brick doing it all the time, it's just not. It's not all that. I mean, cause look at it like this, and this is not to say triple-double is not nothing, but if I got the ball and I pass it to you 10 times or pass a player 10 times, anytime you pass and shoot it, that's considered an assist.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
Well, now I fall out my hands and fall into your hands, you shoot it, it's still considered an assist. You score 10 points, that's still a double. Then any other stat you add into that.
Yeah.
But if I get 10 steals, whatever, that's
rebounds,
triple, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not, I won't say it's not a big deal, but it's not as impressive to me. Because you can accidentally sometimes stumble to that.
Yeah. I feel you.
No,
I feel you.
So maybe I don't know, man. Because even I'm trying to think about the NFL. Some of the things in the NFL, shutouts and all that.
I mean, that's still a team effort.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
Yeah,
but it's as great as a no hitter, though.
No, because that's solo performance as a pitcher.
Right.
Well, I don't want to say it's solely on the pitcher because
if the ball goes on the play, and they tag a runner and still, still an out, and still count as part of the team assisted in that.
Yes. So I when I wrote up this question, I was like, hole in one to me is probably one of the most impressive things in the world. For golf.
I can go with that.
Because I mean, for all the people that's played golf, who's ever played, golf is such an intricate sport when literally just 1/2 of a millimeter this way can affect the way your ball goes just off your hit. Mm-hmm. And if your swing is off just a little bit, you get a different result every time.
But same point though, amateurs get hole in ones. It's also luck, right? Like an amateur can.
Oh yeah, there's some luck involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got you.
What about a hat trick?
Hat trick?
It's impressive to me that they skate. I can't do that shit. So
I mean, hat tricks are rare.
Yeah, I mean, 4
home runs in a ball game is rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 home runs in the game. Football. I don't know. Like football is more
to hit a cycle.
Right? It's not like individual.
What about to hit a cycle in baseball?
Cycle is more rare than a no hitter. I think. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'd have to do that.
Yeah. That's actually a good point too. Oh,
it's hard to say, man. It's really hard to say for me. What'd you say, Nick?
I have the perfect answer that no one can argue with. What was the original question? What's the hardest accomplishment in sports?
What's the most impressive?
What's the most impressive feat in all of sports?
It hasn't happened yet, but any athlete who gets with a Kardashian and stays with them till
now that's impressive.
got a good point there. Got a good point.
Hey, if they manage to leave the house with all their sanity, that's impressive.
Envision this: 40 years from now, you're sitting at a bar. Guy left you says, "Oh, I pitched a perfect game in the World Series." Oh, that's impressive. Next guy, Tom Brady. I got 8 Super Bowl rings. Oh, that's 7. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? 7 Super Bowl rings. Oh, that's impressive. How about you? I've been with the Kardashian for 40 years. Shut the fuck up. All of it like this.
All that goes out the window. Right. Oh, we are not worthy. We are not worthy. We're not worthy. No, for real. That's impressive. Look, fellas, I think we got to that time. Its own thing, you know? Oh, yeah, it do. But fellas, I think we have gotten to that time of the show.
Holla at your boy! Say it with your chest, little ass nigga. Holla at your boy!
You got something to say?
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, we even added on to it.
I got to delete that one out.
Remixed it and everything.
Remixed it.
Holla at your boy. You got something to say? Say it with your chest.
I'm about to delete it out.
All right, so I'm gonna kick it off, and then one of you fellas can go after.
Nick had a good one.
So shame on the NHL for only fining Tom Wilson $5,000 for that little sucker punch in that skirmish. If anybody has seen the clip, go take a look at it. It happened Monday night. The Capitals and the Rangers got in a huge melee, and it started because Tom Wilson had a guy literally on the ice in a position that he was nowhere close to defending himself, and he took some punches at the man's head. And the crazy thing about this is the Rangers weren't happy about it, tweeted out a statement and showed the displeasure of the fine of $5,000 and no suspension.
Right.
Crazy thing today, the NHL fined the Rangers organization $250,000 for showing and displaying their displeasure of that whole act and no suspension. And I'm just like, what the hell is the NHL doing? Gary Bateman, what are you doing? Like literally, you so worried about your image of the NHL and your front office. Office. I'm like a tongue tied over here.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I know. Ghost Alexis got me. And instead of worrying about the actual safety of the players who make up your league, because that whole situation could have went wrong easily, quickly, and then a Rangers player ended up getting hurt, had a season injury, but their season almost done anyway, and the Rangers aren't going nowhere anyway. But I'm just like, come on now, what are we doing?
Come on here with the Red Wings.
No, we ain't talking about the Red Wings. But I just think
that's the world we live in.
Right.
Like, you get punished more for mean words than you do violent acts. Like, you find a guy $5,000 for something that could have seriously, hurt a guy. Some people were saying, I didn't see the video. I've read about it. But people are saying, this guy could have seriously got hurt, or even like
he could have. He could have. I mean, I replayed the clip a million times.
$1,000 because somebody said they don't like what you did. Like, what the fuck? What's wrong here?
Yeah, I just didn't get it. I think NHL dropped the puck. Well, no pun intended. Yeah, it's a horrible look but hey, kudos to the Rangers for sticking up for their guy, because that happened Monday, and then they had a back-to-back game last night, and right when the puck dropped, like literally the Rangers players dropped the sticks, dropped their gloves, and said, "Knuckle up, motherfuckers." And they took justice in their own hands.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. So kudos to the Rangers for actually sticking up for the player in this instance, instead of NHL being some dumb shits.
What I would have did, I waited till that nigga left out.
Would have caught him
outside.
Caught him outside. Hey,
and beat the brakes
off of him.
So it's off camera. Nobody seen it.
I got you.
Beat the brakes off of him. Something he can remember. He said, he'll remember that.
Oh, he gonna remember that.
He gonna remember this one.
Yeah.
He might have done it this time. He'll never do it again.
Hey, guess what? Tom Wilson is a marked man every time he plays the Rangers in New York. Believe that.
Should be. I should be.
Who's up next, fellas?
Nick.
My ghetto, the fucking Houston Astros organization.
Get him.
Shut the fuck up. Dusty Baker, shut the fuck up. Your owner, shut the fuck up. Your player, shut the silencio, por favor. If I'm talking to someone, just shut the fuck up. It's you cheated.
Cayete.
We know you cheated. You've hit other walk-off home runs. You've never fucking tucked your jersey as you're crossing home plate because you're petrified of everyone seeing your freaking nipple buzzer that you had hooked up to you. You fucking cheated baseball, and you got away with it. And fuck baseball for giving them pardons to tell us what you did, and we won't punish you. When you do a crime and there's no punishment, you're going to have an outlandish response. And there was no fans out last year, and you see the Yankees fans today, my new favorite chant, Altuve. God bless Major League Baseball for having a sense of humor and putting Altuve in the Bronx on his birthday. And the Yankees fans today are chanting, fuck your birthday. Your birthday should be fucked, and every other day of the year should be fucked for you because you fucking cheated. And I hope you get it in every stadium until your ass retires. Just get the fuck out of the league if you can't handle it. Don't be a little bitch saying you guys can't voice your opinion to me. Shut the fuck up. You cheat, you got to deal with it. This is the best analogy I have for it. Okay. Altuve cheated, right? But he still got to stay in the sport. So now, even if it's like a relationship, you cheat on a girl, that girl tells all her friends, they're going to fucking hate you forever.
Right.
Like, even if you're not the girl, like the other baseball teams are the friends, they fucking hate your guts now. So you got to deal with the backlash of everybody, and you committed a heinous act. Now you got to deal with that shame.
Deal with the consequences.
You can't tell people, don't be mad at what I did. No, motherfucker, don't do stupid shit and don't cheat the game.
Yeah. Right. Facts.
And it's off.
But you know what? I blame.
Holla at your boy!
You got something to say? I blame Major League Baseball on that big time because they should have done more than what they did.
Right.
You know for a fact you had all the evidence that they cheated.
Right.
You still rewarded them by letting them keep a World Series trophy in their front office. That's on MLB.
You gave them a presidential pardon. You basically said to them, come tell us what you did, tell us how you did it, and we won't punish you.
Right.
That's on Major League Baseball. Yeah.
And same thing with NHL, right? It's the sport not controlling their own sport.
That's right.
You don't punish the heinous act, but now you're mad people are voicing their opinions about it. If you drop the hammer as a sport and you come down hard on the offenders, you don't
it'll never happen again.
In their mouth, you know?
First of all, it'll never happen again. It'll never happen again. Mel, you got something today?
Mine's are 2 Lions fans.
To the Lions fans?
Look.
Both of them?
All 2 of them.
Are they both listening?
Hey, me and my mama. Mama, if you out here listening.
It's Mama and Eminem. That's it.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Let them rebuild. I'm so tired of going to different little feeds and everybody talking about they should have did this, they should have did that, they should have done that. They need to rebuild the team from the ground up. They had garbage when they started.
Yeah.
And so they need to take that trash out and rebuild. So getting Panay Sewell is a great start. Build the line. You know, if you get some in free agents, cool. Next year, work on your defense. It's not an overnight rebuild. You've been sorry for so long.
Yeah.
You can't expect a quick turnaround when you got years of being sorry.
Yeah.
You know, and I think part of the issue was, especially with the ownership, you know, we got to hurry up, turn around. And then they hire inadequate coaches
and GMs.
Inadequate GMs. Yeah. They get players that don't pan out because everybody look for this quick turnaround because XY team did it. You're not XY team.
Yeah. You Detroit Lions.
You are the Detroit Lions.
We know what comes with that.
Right. Rebuild.
I thought you were talking about the Jets, man, because it sounds identical. Identical. I'm not even being funny with that. Like, everything you're saying is every word for word what I've said. So I feel you on this, man. This is hitting hard. I feel this one.
let's have therapy.
Hey, I've been in you guys' shoes.
Shut up. I'm about to hear that.
No, in 2017.
Now you win the championship. Now you want to start talking. We don't identify with you, sir.
He can't talk. He can't talk right now. We can't get him this time.
I'm talking to Nick. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, the two Lions fans left.
Right.
So
yeah, Nick and the two Lions fans. Mama, text me. Sorry. Yeah, but that's all I got to say, man. You know, just let them rebuild. Let them rebuild. We don't know.
Patience is a virtue.
We don't know what Campbell's going to do. But one thing I can say
is you're going to bite some ankles.
Right, you're going to bite some ankles, twist some nipples. You know? One thing I can say, I like the staff that he put around him.
Okay.
You know, he put a good staff around.
Who's the GM?
Brad Holmes. So,
hey,
you know, good
you gotta hit
GM.
on your picks, man. That's the biggest thing. Is that Detroit's had a lot of early picks and they haven't hit. So I can relate with that. But as soon as you get the right coach and the right GM in there, man, you have hope.
It works.
I've had hope for the first time in a decade as a Jet fan now.
So we'll see how this. And this year, if they suck this year, let them suck. Let them suck. Don't. Oh, I need to hurt. They rebuilding.
Yeah.
Let them rebuild. That's all I got to say.
Do right.
What's that?
They need to sell because Ford has never built a good product.
Don't sell them to Chrysler.
No, don't sell them to Chrysler. Don't do that. Don't do that. Man, great show today, fellas. Great show for sure.
Good stuff.
Hey, look, fantastic job by
man, you ain't eat none of these M&Ms. No, you forcing me to eat them?
No, I ain't forcing you to eat the M&Ms. I didn't put the M&Ms in your mouth.
It's like a naked woman in front of me. I gotta look.
You ridiculous. But no, look, we had a great conversation, great topics. Again, going over to the website, everybody is tuned in. www.I.O.W.119.com.
Right.
Get all the information you need. Anything we got dropping. Of course, the I.O.W. network is available on the Apple store and the Android Google Play store. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. Like, share, comment. For real, guys. Come join in the conversation with me, Mel, and Nick. We are here every Monday and Thursday. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays.
All right.
Come join the conversation, interact. It makes a great show.
Can I tease Monday's show?
Go ahead.
For our listeners, on Monday, we talked about Caitlyn Jenner and the transgen athletes. Today, I mentioned the Kardashians. Tune in Monday to see if we could break the streak of 2 straight episodes mentioning this awful family.
And on that note,
it's been real, y'all.
Been real.
Thanks to Big Nick, my brother over here with the grand plan for everything I.O.W. network. His vision is crazy, and we're just here to help him execute it. So it's been a pleasure.
Right.
God willing, we will see you guys Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
The I.O.W. network. W